A lot of people have been voicing their disappointment about Episode 7 of Stranger Things Season 2. Fans criticized a wide range of elements, such as weak characters, bad acting, killing the main story's momentum, and lack of character development for Eleven. Some even went so far as to say that the episode was pointless, and was of such low quality that it shouldn't have been included in the season at all. And it seems that there's actually some merit to these comments, because the Duffer Brothers, the creators of the show, admitted that they toyed with the idea of taking the episode out completely. However, they ultimately decided that without it, Eleven's journey kind of fell apart. So who is right, the fans or the Duffer Brothers? I think that they're actually both correct. Episode 7 was necessary, giving Eleven a complete story arc for the season. But the episode was also very poorly executed. To the fans who think that the season would have been better if Episode 7 wasn't included. While the execution was unfun, Eleven's journey was necessary and successful from a story perspective. In a departure from the previous season, this season focuses her arc around her emotions, rather than her abilities. Eleven is trying to find a home, and trying to figure out where she belongs in the world. She is still very confused and frustrated about her past. In the episode, she finds the closest thing that she has to a sister, the first person that she has ever met that can understand the trauma that she's been through. She bonds with her sister over that trauma, and thinks that maybe she's found a real family. However, when attacking the former laboratory gardener's house, Eleven finds that she isn't the murdering machine that the scientists try to make her into. She is a caring person. Realizing that she's not with the people she truly loves, she makes her decision to return to Hawkins and to her real family, even if that means leaving behind the closest thing that she has to a biological sister. Discovering more about her past and getting closer to her biological family, but then deciding what's more important to her is returning to her friends and surrogate father, Hopper, is a necessary part of Eleven's character arc for the season, even if it is a bit derivative. To the Duffer Brothers, the shortcomings of Episode 7. Matt Duffer said, "It's almost like doing a whole little other pilot episode in the middle of your season. Right off the bat, this is where I think it all went wrong, and explains a lot of the shortcomings of the episode. Everyone who works in television knows that it's notoriously hard to make a good pilot episode. In a pilot, you have to introduce a bunch of new characters, as well as the setting, all on top of still having to write a compelling story for the episode. Not surprisingly, one of the biggest problems with this episode is its struggle to introduce new characters. The side characters are extremely thinly written, and are subsequently not very fun to hang out with. We don't learn more than a sentence's worth of information about each character, and Axel and Dottie don't even have roles in the gang, like Funshine the Warrior or Mick the Eyes. Dottie is especially lacking in character, and has no real narrative reason to exist at all. They could have been cool and interesting characters, but there's not enough time in the episode to get to each one, so the audience ends up not caring about any of them. Another problem relating to the pilot-esque nature of the episode was that I thought that the tone of the episode was too different from the normal show. We depart from the Spielberg-esque charm of Hawkins, and instead are given a campy 80s TV show in Chicago. Everything is far too cartoonish in comparison to the stylized but more realistic world that we've known up until this point. The main set is floor-to-ceiling bright graffiti and neon lighting. The group pops up out of nowhere after Eleven moves the train and gives her an over-the-top congratulations. And their van is shot a million times at the end, but not even the van's windshield gets damaged. Just look at how we're introduced to the punk setting. Eleven walks down an alley full of homeless people, and a stereotypical crazy guy gets in her face and says the most generic scary line imaginable. "They're dead." It's the most unoriginal, perfunctory, and campy way to introduce us to the setting. Except for Eleven being in it, nothing about this episode felt like Stranger Things. While I was disappointed in the final product, story-wise, I can see why the Duffer Brothers decided to leave Episode 7 in Season 2. Now, I think everyone wishes that it had been better, but it is what it is, and hopefully they've learned their lesson for Season 3's sake. But at the very least, I think that we can all be thankful that the episode gave us Punk 11.
Bitchin'.
Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe if you want more videos like this. See you next time.